Okay. Good evening, everyone. Today we are here with week 10, the Joy of Computing Using Python live problem solving session. I am Vikas Pandey, a PhD scholar in IDRP Space Science and Technology at IIT Jodhpur. This is something about me. As we know, this is the Google Meet link we use to join every Tuesday. And this is the YouTube channel link where you will find all the videos for the live problem interactions. Okay. So I expect you people to interact, to speak up. During the class, I will not be able to see the messages. So kindly unmute yourself and speak up. So before moving forward, let me ask you if you have any doubt regarding any question in this session, like in this week, you can ask.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Swapan.
Sir, in week 10, there is a lecture data compression.
Hmm.
So I write the code in the Google Colab, but I was unable to run it. There is some error, but I was unable to identify it
Okay.
and check it.
So before running the code, you must understand what you are going to do with that. Okay. So when you are saying about data compression, you what was your purpose? Like why you were doing that code?
To decrease the pixel range.
Okay, the pixel range. Okay. So where is the problem? Where you are getting the problem?
Can I share my screen?
Yeah. Let me stop sharing.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it visible, sir?
It's coming.
Okay.
Yes. It is visible.
So here is the program data compression.
Hmm. Okay. Uh, where have you kept the image?
Yes, yes.
Where is the image? No, like where is the image? Where have you kept that image?
Okay, in this my here.
Okay, so you see here you are putting it inside sample data, and then see the path itself is wrong, right? As well as uh, the image, like here you are putting that, right? But here
Yes.
the image, what is the name of the image file?
Images organizes.jpg.
Okay, see, whenever we are using these codes, we cannot have spaces, right? Space is not allowed. So if you rename it as something like underscore underscore, try that. Where you are putting the space, yeah.
Okay, let me do. Is it okay?
Yes, it is okay.
Let
Yes,
me. Can I copy paste this right now?
yes, copy path. Okay, now try running this.
It is showing
Okay,
something
this
here.
part is showing an is not supported. Where is it showing? Go up.
This part.
If pixel is greater than and pixel map is less than, so it is showing tuple is not allowed.
Yeah.
Why? Yeah, go down. Can you make it a bit larger? It is not visible. Okay. Press Control and just scroll. You will be able to. No, that error where you are showing the error. So that
Okay. This part.
no, go down
Okay.
where it is showing the error. It, not superior. Tuple and int. Okay. If pixel is more than 0, map ij. Pixel map ij. What is the pixel? Okay, this whole you are not. There are two different data types, right? You
Yes.
see, the pixel map you are getting as tuple,
Yes.
and you are comparing with this. What do you say? With an integer. So either you will have to convert this. You can put int and then in bracket this whole thing. If int, then in bracket pixel map ij. Yeah,
Okay. Here you are saying.
yeah. No, not here, not here. Delete this. Yeah, just after the bracket, the starting bracket. Yes,
Is this
put
one?
yeah, put int and then put in bracket. Yeah, pixel map ij.
And here is also a bracket.
Not there. Before this mode greater than symbol. No? Before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one. Huh?
Yes. If you put this,
Okay.
and similarly for the next pixel map ij also, I think still it will not work because the pixel map itself is a tuple. Like it is set of values, not single value.
Yeah.
Okay. So how you can compare a set of values with single value? That is a bit difficult. But let's try. Go down.
In
Yes,
argument must be a
not
string.
tuple. Yes, I said that tuple, that value itself is tuple. So you will have to convert it. You cannot put the map. I think you can put pixel value. There is a word. There is a keyword called pixel value. I think that you will be able to use.
Uh, it's a capital V.
Yes, capital V.
Same error.
So, pixel value is not defined. There is something called pixel value. You just search it. Okay, because when we are doing with NumPy, here you are using NumPy or PIL. Okay, to import this you are using PIL. Okay, so that will be a bit different. Okay,
Okay.
recognize it. Then go down.
Yeah.
It map will not work for sure. You
Yeah.
need the specific values because you cannot compare two different things. Like a bird cannot be compared with an elephant, right? The comparison can be something similar. Tuple is a different type of data. In fact, in this week, we have learned about types of data, right? Type, how
Yes.
to identify the type. So here, it is a type mismatch. Like both of them are not having the same type. That is why this problem has arose. So you find out a solution. I think pixel value, yeah, pixel values, and then try it. Yeah.
Same.
No, this will not, and why you are putting this again pixel? Go up a bit. Go up. No, go up. im.load is equal to pixel value. Okay. Okay, still it will be the same thing because pixel value is some variable you are defining, right? im im.new im.mode. Okay, specific values, right? Go scroll down a bit.
Okay.
Pixel map. Pixel map is was a variable, right? It was not a keyword.
Okay.
I am asking you what you have put there.
What's that?
When you are using, what is this pixel map or pixel value? What is this? Is it a variable or you are using a keyword?
Pixel map is a keyword.
Keyword. Here you were using it as a variable, right? Go above where you change from map to value. I think in line 5. Yeah, 5. Yeah. Here you are putting pixel value. What is this pixel value? It is a variable, right?
Very, very, yeah.
Yeah. So here you were putting map earlier.
Yes, yes.
Yes. So uh, it is not by changing the variable, by changing this value itself. Instead of taking this whole image, you will have to take the specific value of the pixels. So you can use image.open, which you are using, right?
Yes, I've been used already.
Yes, image.open you are using. Then we have different bit of mode, like different modes. So first you have to print the mode of the image. So if you put mode, uh, print this one, im.mode. What is it doing? Image.
Only I am dot mode, mod.
Yeah, what is this? What mode you are putting here? Im. Okay, you are copying the mode of this, and you are copying the size of it. Okay,
Yes, size and
image.
mode are
Image.
copying in IMG.
Okay, so you are creating a blank image there. Fine.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Then, uh, then you want to copy one by one the pixels.
Yes, yes. Copy.
Okay.
There is a range 0 to 31, so it will print only 0.
0. Okay. In case of 32 to 63, it should become 1. Okay. Pixel value is equal to im.load. Load will load the whole data, right? So how you are getting one by one? I,
Yes,
pixel
we
new
are
dot.
storing it a pixel new,
Okay,
na?
okay, wait. Yeah, pixel new your image dot load. Okay, go down, scroll a bit. If pixel value ij, okay, for im image dot size 0. Why you are putting image dot size 0 and image dot size 1? For I in range size 0 and size 1. Why? So what is the square bracket 0 and square bracket 1?
Your size is starting from I in range 0, na?
Hmm. So, like, what is this image dot size and why in square bracket we are taking the first row only? Why? We already know the size, right? Go up. Im dot size is already there, right? So im dot size will give. Okay, yeah. Scroll down. So you are using image dot size here.
Hmm.
Yeah, 0 and 1. Okay, fine. So if pixel value ij is greater than equal to 0. Okay. If we remove this int, it is giving us a tuple, right? Mm.
Yeah.
Now, can you do one thing here? Just comment everything from if till below and just print pixel value ij here.
From where I should comment?
Uh, you first enable line number actually. Without line number, it will be difficult to talk. Go to the settings on the top. There is small settings symbol there. Yes. And there, go to editor
Yeah.
and show line number.
Okay.
Yes. and then close this. No, save it. Save and then close. No? Yes.
Editor.
So line number, save. Yes. Go down. Okay. Now, starting from line 18, go down till. Yeah. No, you can put triple quotes here. Triple quotes because we are going for multi-line comments. Yes. Go down. Yeah. And till line 33. So triple comment. Okay. Go up now. Now do here. After line 17, put print. Print. And then in bracket put pixel value square bracket ij. Value. Take care that where you are using capital letters, it should be there. Okay. V should be capital. Yeah. Now run this code once. Go down a bit. So you see, you are getting 3 values there.
Yeah.
Right? So how can you compare 3 values with 1?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
3 values.
3 different values are there, right? And these are for, as we have discussed earlier, they are for red, RGB, red, green and blue. Okay.
Yes.
So you will have to either take a grayscale image, because you see in the example that was given there, no? There was a grayscale image. Grayscale image means it is either black and white, different intensities of black and white only. Here you are taking a color image. That is the issue.
Okay. If I will take the black and white type image,
It will work.
Okay, and I have to change the pixel maps to pixel value.
No, that is fine. That was a variable, in fact, not an issue. The problem is that here, or either you can do one thing, that you will run 3 more loops inside this loop. First for red, then for green, then for blue. Okay. So one by one, you can compare these 3 datas. Press Control C, it will stop. Okay. One by one, you can compare the values, not 3 in a set. A set of 3 values cannot be compared with one single value, right?
Okay. Okay.
Try it again, and once you are clear with it, then again we can discuss. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, stop sharing now. Okay. So anyone else is having any issue in this week's lectures? Anything you would like to ask? Okay. So let's move forward with our questions. And I expect you people to be answering it. So don't be hesitant. And Sapan, you can mute yourself because some noise is also coming from your side. Yeah. So let's start with, what is the output of the code? S equals to hello everyone. So this is a string. Okay. And then print s dot lower. Okay. So yeah. Can anyone try? Yes. B. Why?
So because s dot lowers lowers short converts every character in a string in lowercase.
Okay. So why B? Why not C or D?
So I said C, D only. So D.
D. Okay. D. Yes. Because everything will be converted to lowercase. In case of B, H is remaining capital, which is not the case in case of s dot lower. This is something we use for string. These are string operations. We can even see this. Mm, yeah. So if we run this, let it connect. Yes. So it converts everything, irrespective of the first or the second or third. It converts everything into lowercase. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So next is so D is the correct answer. Next is what will this return? Type 9 will return. In fact, this is something which very much relates to the question of Sopan, what problem he was facing, right? So can anyone try?
So I guess int.
Int. Why int?
So because 9 is the integer.
Integer. Good.
So if it
This
was
will
in
give it
quotes, so it will then be a string. Otherwise, it will be
string.
an
Yes.
integer.
So remember, we discussed this some classes back that Python is very intelligent in this, that when the we don't need to define the type of the variable at first itself. According to the data that is inside it, it will automatically adapt itself, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
this adapt this adaptation is something that will help, like that is a very good property of Python. Okay, so uh, let's try the same thing here. You see, according to the if we do type 9, certainly it will be an integer, so int is correct. When we put a float here, see, it automatically detects it as float. When we put a list here, it detects itself as a list. In fact, we did something very similar. Let's try here after this. Okay. So if I take something like, let's take a variable a equals to 9. Okay. And then print. Type here, it will type the class of that is int only. Okay. Int. Okay. This case, it is an integer, right? The same variable in the next line, I am changing by putting,
So,
yes, Aditya.
so you can put quotes and change it.
Yeah, I will do that also. Let's first convert it to something which is like what you can say. Here we are just putting float. I'm adding something. Okay. So you see, when I am adding a float to an integer, it will be converted to an integer itself, right? Yeah. Okay. So
Excuse me, sir.
yes.
So why is it printed like class int? Why not
Yes,
just
because we are putting type A. So it converts. Class is something you will learn when you go for object-oriented programming. Okay. So in fact, in Python, every data type is defined itself as a class. Okay. Class, you can say, is something in normal other programming languages. Class is something which is a customized data type, right? A combination of that. So in case of Python, it generally goes by keeping everything as same class. Okay, that is why it is saying as the class of this thing is integer. Okay, so type actually returns the class. Got
okay,
it?
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So you see here in this case, now the same A should be converted to float. We are not defining, we are not changing anything here. We are just doing some changes to show you that we change. Okay. Now the same thing if I put here like print, put the same thing A. But before this, what I will do is that I will convert it like A equals to, let's put something like Python. Okay. In the same program itself, you see it will have three different types according to what is inside it. Okay. So this is something very peculiar and very helpful in case of Python. Okay. So in this case, int will be the correct answer. But remember that the advantage with Python is that as you change the type of data available inside this inside the variable, it will automatically change the type of the variable also. Okay. So let's come to question 3. What will be the output of the following code? Is the code visible to you all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what we are doing is that we are putting, remember this again comes from one very important thing which we missed earlier. Remember, someone had asked once that I said that actually a string is list of characters, right? This is something we have discussed earlier. So we tried to convert a string into a list. It was converted. But when we tried to convert a list into a string, we were not able to do that because for that we have something different that is called join. Okay. If you want a list to be converted into a string, which have characters you want to convert into a list, it is join. Okay. So, can you guess what will be the output here? We are putting a single nothing there, like in quotes, there is nothing, just quotes. H, E, L, then again nothing, then L, O. And then we are doing print. First, we are putting dot in quotes, dot join A. So this, see, the join have two arguments. Let me clear everything. The keyword join, this is a string operation, have two arguments. One is here the thing that will be used to join. Okay, it can be blank. If it is blank, by default it should be blank, and a or the name of the list. Okay, so it will join the list with this. It is like sep we have used in case of print. Okay, so now can you make out what will be the output? Anyone, please try to answer.
So maybe C.
C. Why?
So because it will put dot after every initial that is given in the list.
Yes. Just before every initial, it will not just before every initial, you can say, between each. For the first one, it will not put anything. Okay. Before that, it will not put anything. But what will happen is that in first case, actually nothing is there. So after nothing, there should be a dot and then H. So what is happening is that a dot and then H is there. If there was nothing, if we would have started from here, it should have put H and then dot after it. HEL and then see after between these two L's, there is one blank, like nothing there. No string, like just empty codes. So that creates two dots here. Okay. So C is the correct answer. Let's see. Okay. You see, this is the correct answer. But the same thing, let's try like this. And in this case, you will see at first there will be no dot. Okay. And if we do it something like if we put space here, the same thing with spaces. Okay. So this is the join function. Clear? And you see between these two L's, there are two spaces, not single, because we have one empty codes here. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you have doubts, don't be afraid. Uh, I am not going to deduct any marks or anything. Okay. So just feel free to ask things and speak up. Okay.
Okay,
Now,
sir.
okay. Now let's write a code to replace all vowels with underscore in a string. Take input as the joy of computing. Okay. So any ideas how we can do it? Any keyword which you have learned that can be used to replace.
Sir, dot replace, sir, we can do that for a e i o u in s. So we can put it inside a loop, like for ch in s. If ch in a e i o u,
Hmm.
c s dot replace ch with underscore.
And one more thing, when we are putting replace, okay, will it replace all the occurrences or the first occurrence or the last occurrence?
I think
Yeah,
all the lines.
okay, good. So let's see how I have tried one. Okay, you see, we don't need loops here. Loop is something when we had, like when it was not able to do all, like replace all the occurrences. But in case of replace, we have this that it can replace all the occurrences. Okay, so we can do it like s equals to s dot replace all occurrences. Okay, replace a with underscore, e with underscore, I with underscore, o with underscore, and u with underscore. Done. Okay, that is the advantage of using this replace. See, all of the days are removed. One more thing is that if there is O, yeah, O you see is happening three times, right? So if I put two here, let's see what happens. You see, in this case, the third O is not replaced. Can anyone have anyone understood what happened here?
Yes, so it means that the value, the index assigned there, so it will not replace the occurrence of that particular thing at that index.
Not at that index. It will replace everything before this index only. Okay, like if you want to replace the first two occurrences, you put 2. So index 0 and 1 will be replaced. From starting from index 2, nothing will be replaced. Even if I put another O here, it will not be replaced. It will remain there. But if we want that last two things are to be replaced, we put minus here. You say last two are replaced. Okay, sorry. Here it is going till last two. No? Minus. Hmm. We put okay. Negative indexes are not working here, but actually in most of these cases, negative index also works. Okay. Yeah. It's only positive indexes are working in case of replace. But in many cases, you will see negative index also works. In case of replace, it is not working. Fine. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now the next question is, so I put this one and try, you can try all this with different indexes also. All of this like join, everything works with some kind of index. If we have learned about index 0, 1, 2, 3, and negative indexes of, okay, most of these functions works with index. So you can define till which point it will occur. Okay, so these are already fixed. Like this can be fixed. Okay, now what will be the output of this? Slicing. Slicing is when we take out some part of the string of string or list. We have seen this in list, right? So can anyone guess? Like this is the joy of computing. Okay, so ideally it will have something like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And starting from here, -1, -2, like this. So can you find out what will be the output of this when we are slicing it 3 to
Second
12?
number.
Second number, joy of C. Will there be any space here?
Yes, sir. The space will be also there. So space is also
Yeah,
counted as an index.
yeah, because here space is there, right? So 3 to 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Joy of computing. Acha, the, sorry, I have
Up to 11 in 11th index, sir, I think.
11th index. But here it is starting at third index or second index?
It's starting from third index.
Third index. So that is a space.
12th index it will exclude. Means
See, let me clear it so that you'll be able to find out. See, the index is this, this, this. So 0, 1, 2. So when we are putting 3, it is taking the third index or position. Position, this is the third position. And index, this is the third index. What will it take?
yes, sir. Third index is the space.
The space, yes. So third index is the space. Then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is 11 and this is 12. So will it include 12 or not? That is my
It will
question.
not include 12th because in slicing last index will exclude.
Yes. So in most of the cases, in fact, in the range also you will see the last value which we give is not included. It is excluded. Okay. So it should go for, it should put joy of computing C, joy of C. So let's try that. Yes. And if I like select it, you will be able to see that actually there is a space also, right? One space before it. In this cases, you see there was no space at the front. Here we see a space, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Uh, anyone is having some question? I think I heard some more. Yes. Everyone is free to speak up. Please speak up. Okay. Don't be shy. And I want answers from everyone. That is the purpose of this class, live interaction class. Okay. So, joy of what is represented by this code? Okay. Understand this code. If you are not able to see, let me increase the size. Yeah. So we have a string S and another string A. A is having all the vowels, small and capital, A, I, O, U. Okay. And similar to what a previous, like in the previous example we were talking, but here it is having a loop for I in range, length of S. Okay. If S dot index, see, it is finding the index by 2 is equals to 0, print I. If S I in A, then S equals to S dot replace it with underscore. Very similar to the replace function, but here we are going for loop. Okay, one loop to check one by one the index. So can anyone try what it is doing?
Excuse me for sir, if s dot index of s at I. I'm not
See,
understanding.
see what it is saying that if S dot index, see here we are finding the length of S. Okay,
Yes, sir.
and it is saying if S dot index of Si, S square bracket X. So if the index of this, like suppose it is starting, this loop is starting. So what it will do? In fact, we could have simply done it like for I in not in range, we can directly say S. Then it will be much easier to understand. Okay, this is something that has been created just to confuse. Okay, so it is taking letters one by one. Okay, so simply we are letter one by one, but finding the letter here, you can say S I. Here we cannot find, in this case, if we would have used S, we cannot find the value, the position index directly. Okay, it will give the first occurrence only. We want that, we want to find the values like you see here, dividing by 2 is to find what is it at even place or odd place. Okay, so S dot index of Si, that means first occurrence. This index gives us the first occurrence of that value. Okay, so what will happen here? Let me clear. See, length of S. So what will this do? Yes, anyone? What will this do?
So it will take the range as the length of the string s. So whatever will be
String S. Yes. So what is the length here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. So it should take 15 at first. So let's try one by one. Okay. If S dot index of Si means the first value will be 0, I will be 0, right? So it is saying Si, that is S0, that is R. Okay, it will take R from there. If S dot index of R means here it will be replaced with R. So this thing will return the position of R here. We are doing it a harder way. Okay, S dot index R is divisible by 2. So if 0 is divisible by 2, the remainder is 0. Okay, then only this part will run. Else nothing will be run. Similarly, when it will become 1, okay, we could directly have said if I divided by 2 is equal to 0, right? That would also have worked fine. Okay, we are using the index just to make it a bit complex. That is why once we are done, I will show you a simpler way to do the same thing. But let's first find out what this program does. Is it clear what is happening here?
yes, sir.
Okay, so now try to guess what is happening here. Then I will
So
show
it
a
will
easy
replace
program
all vowels at even index with underscore. I guess.
with all the vowels at even index,
Yes, sir.
right? Okay, so let's see this and let's try to make it a bit easier to understand and smaller one also, right? See, so it is printing the index 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 like this, and then it is removing this. But you see, in this case, E is not being replaced because it is at odd place, right? At all the even places, it is removing. A here, A here in both the places, actually it is replacing that. Something which have a lot of, okay. Oh, yeah, and let's try this. You see, in this case, both the E are at odd position, so they are not replaced. Only I is at even position, so it is being replaced. Now let's try to make it a bit simpler. Okay. So what can we do to make it simpler?
We can just write I percent 2 instead of s dot index of s at I.
Yeah, I percent 2. Yes, we can do that. I percent 2 equals to 0. Print, right? Let's see. The same output is there or not. Right? But something is missing. The last two index are not being printed here. Okay, yes, this was a bit smaller, right? I had written. First was, uh, yes, let's check. Yes, it is giving the same output, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that was just to make you understand that use of index. Index is to find the first occurrence. See, if in this case, like you see, this A, if it is not replaced, okay, if in A, yes, if it is not replaced, it will not show the first occurrence. Okay, it generally shows the first occurrence of that value.
Yes, sir.
Okay, index is used to check the first occurrence. So replacing all vowels at even index. Okay. So now let's come to NumPy. NumPy is a very important package that is used in case of data data handling. Okay, data science people use it a lot. In fact, most of the where we have a lot of data, we go for NumPy. Okay, so what will be the output of the following code? NumPy is NP. This is something we have already learned. Importing a library as something means we are just sorting the name of it. Dot array, NumPy array. This is a very common thing in case of data science. Okay, so we are creating a array. This array is very similar to a two-dimensional list, one list inside another. Okay, print NumPy dot sum b x is equals to 1. So can anyone guess what is happening here? B is the input, right?
Sir, axis means it value will be vertically it will take or horizontally means one
Axis
it will take 1 2 or 1 3.
axis is mostly like when we are talking about an array, no, you understand it something like a matrix. Okay, it should be something like one,
Yeah,
two,
matrix. Yeah,
three, four. Okay,
3 4.
so yeah, so axis uh, can be either either can be a row or a column. So you have to guess what it will be. If you have attended the class, you must be knowing a bit.
It will be in this case row. I think so because here is a two-dimensional array.
It is a two-dimensional array, yes.
3 comma 7 is the answer, sir.
Yeah, what you are saying, Sam?
3 comma 7 is the answer. B.
3 comma 7. 3 7 is the answer. And why is that answer? That is very good. But why is it an answer?
It will be adding column wise, sir, as axis is 1.
Axis is 1, so it will be adding column wise. One column it will add, then other column it will add and give us as a row. Fine. And what happens when it is the axis is 0?
It will be adding row wise.
Row wise. And can we have axis 2 or 3?
I'm not sure
It
about
will
it.
show out of boundary error.
Yes, it will show out of boundary error because we have row and column, row wise and column wise, right? Let's run this. You see 3 7. If we put 2 here, let's see what happens. It shows axis error because only two axes are defined, row and columns. Fine. If we go with 0, it will give us row wise. Right? So 1 and 3 and 2 and 4. So it is 4 and 6 here. And in case when we have put 1, it was putting column wise, right? 0 is row, 1 is column. Remember? Okay. So this correct. I think Sam answered it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sir, can you
Yeah.
this in three element means 3 row and 3 column? What is the case of
The
print
same thing,
statement?
row and column. Let's try this. Comma. Okay. Let's try this.
Okay, yeah.
You see here what is happening? Okay, we are putting 1. Yeah.
Also
We start
add
with 0.
sir,
Yeah.
sir, please also add one row also means three
Okay, yeah.
dimensional.
Yeah, 3 done.
3 into 3
Yeah,
matrix.
it is not 3-dimensional. Yeah, that matrix will be different. Okay, fine. That's okay.
Okay, sir.
So you see in this case, it is putting row wise. So 1, 2, 3, that is 6. Like 9 plus 3. Not
Yes, and what?
yeah. Is it correct? Right.
Yeah, it is showing row wise.
Row wise, right? When we are putting 1, showing
It is
column.
showing column wise. Yes.
Yeah. And 2, again the same error. So it is row wise and column wise only.
Okay.
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 Okay. So transpose of a matrix, like we saw matrix, and these are something very important. Though anyone who is having electronics or electrical background from here, anyone?
No,
Okay.
sir.
You people must have learned about matrix. At least matrix you people know, right?
Yeah.
Matrix. So transpose of a matrix is a very important thing. Very important in this sense that transposing it is used at a lot of places. In fact, when you will learn, like in engineering mathematics, or there's also you learn a lot of computation can be made very easy using matrix, and especially transpose of a matrix is a very important concept. Okay, so how to create a transpose of a matrix? Okay, so actually there are two ways. We take when we are going for NumPy array. Okay, NumPy array. In that, there are two ways. Either you can put the name of the array, like something like s equals to NumPy array. We have put this two-dimensional, three-dimensional square matrix. Okay, transpose is always possible for square matrix. So we can put s dot transpose. Okay, like let's see. Yeah. It will just diagonally invert it. The position of 1 and 4 remain there, but 3 and 2 is reversed. Okay, if it will be easier to understand if we print this. Print B first. Okay. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4 was there. Now 1, 3, 2, 4 is there. Another way to do is using dot T, just a capital T. Okay. The same thing, it is able to transpose. Here, there's some NumPy functions, operations are there, which are important to know. Okay, so you can know either you can do it by transpose or just T, dot transpose or dot T. Okay, in case of transpose, you have to put brackets. In case of T, just T will do. Okay, okay. Now what Swapan was doing, compression, lossy and lossless, right? Are they same or different? Is there any relationship between them? Swapan, are you there? Yes, Swapan, can you try to answer? Okay. Anyone else? Okay, fine. So you see, if we talk about any picture, music, or anything, we generally go for compression. You must have heard something like MP3, JPG, PNG. Yes, yes, Sunil.
Yes, sir. We heard that audio extension.
Yeah, this extension MP4, and you must be very aware that nowadays we have MKV format, and then there are H265, 264 different formats are there. And according to the format, the size of the file also differs. The same thing in different format, we have different, like AVI format. It can be a bit bigger. MPEG was there earlier. Okay, WAV format. For sound, actually, WAV is the most common format. So in all these cases, some compression is done. Compression in the sense we try to decrease the amount of data. Okay, so it can be done in two ways, either lossy or lossless. Lossy is something where we remove some part of it. Like you will not be able to understand the difference much when you are hearing, but some part of it is removed. Like we have some sound like this, we take some part and like in between we are removing. So when you are hearing it, or you will not be able to understand the difference much until and unless you are going for a very good equipment or you are testing with some very good equipment. That is called lossy compression. Then there are some lossless compressions. Lossless compression means we are not going to remove any data. Like when we are converting some normal physical signal into digital signal, means we are generally, when we are speaking, this is a physical world, right? When it is traveling through this internet, it cannot go in the way I am speaking. The sound cannot go. So what my mic is doing is that it is taking, and then my computer is processing it and taking, like at some intervals, it is taking the value of it. That is called quantization, and this thing, forget about those words. But when it is taken, if it is transmitted as it is. It will require a very good bandwidth, very good internet to send as well as for you people to receive. So in many cases, like we go for lossy. In most of the cases, lossy compression is the common one. But there are some cases where we need very, very good quality. Okay. There lossless compressions are used. Lossless means nothing is removed. But yes, we can do some things like there can be some values which are repeating. So we can say we can represent it by some values like okay, this is repeating. So just whenever it comes, you refer to this code or these things are there. There is a separate, in fact, separate branch on it, data compression and these things. Okay, so there is a difference between lossy and lossless. Okay, lossy is when we remove some part of data, though for a user it does not feel like something has been removed. Like you must when you are saving your audio, like or downloading it, you must be seeing 64 kbps, 128 kbps, different bits are there, right?
Yes,
So
yes, sir,
this
yes.
yeah, these are the value of bits. Like in 1 second, how many values are there? The lesser the value, lower will be the quality, and smaller will be the file. Higher the value, higher the quality. Quality in the sense more data will be there. So certainly more the value will be there. Uh, More file size will be there. But in some cases, we need to reduce this like we are transmitting. At present, you cannot hear me if this compression technique was not there. You would not have been able to hear it using just 3G, 4G phones. It is not possible, this internet. Like a very good bandwidth would have been used. That is why you must be seeing nowadays gradually this online video calls and these things are gradually improving. Okay, these are due to compression techniques and all. Okay, so are they same or not? Now I think you are in better position to answer. Can anyone answer?
Both are different.
Different. So this is false, right? Okay. Now we have learned about NumPy, right? So can anyone tell me the size of this shape, not size, sorry, shape of the NumPy array?
2 by 3.
2 by
B.
3. Yeah, because we always take the row first, row and then column. There also you see row is represented by 1, column is row is represented by 0, column by 1. Okay, so it should be 2 by 3. I have written 1, yeah. So it is 2, 3. And you see the output. When we are taking size, shape, these things, they are always presented in simple brackets. So what will be the type of data that is being given out? This will be a tuple. Why? Because we have simple brackets, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So any other questions you people have?
Sir, I am new here today.
Yes, yes.
What portion should I have to cover till date? Means,
See, all the videos like NPTEL lectures are already there. Along with that, all the all the questions we have discussed, that is already available in my YouTube channel. Okay, so that link is already shared with you. When you go to this NPTEL course, there you will see a section called live sessions. Okay, there if you click, it will open a Google Sheet. There, according to names, like we have four TAs, right? So according to name, each week sessions are there. If you open any one of them, you will directly go to their channel, in fact, and you can check out all the videos. Okay,
yes.
so you can get an idea what is going on here. Okay,
Okay, sir. And every Thursday or Tuesday.
every, every Friday and Tuesday there are classes. Friday, I think Tahir takes, yeah,
Okay.
and Tuesday there are 3 sessions, like 6 to 7. my session is there, same link, it is fixed. Okay.
Okay.
So like this, everyone have their slots fixed. So they will be taking according to that. Okay. So you can join when, like we are mostly discussing the questions. There can be a bit small difference, but mostly we're discussing same type of questions. So you can join any of the sessions. They will be equally productive whenever you get time, right?
Yes, sir.
Sir, I have
Thank
a
you, sir.
Yes, Jam.
So once go to the last question, sir.
Yeah.
Sir,
Listen.
what if we give only one row over there, 1, 2, 3, ignoring the 4, 5, 6? So what will be the result, sir?
It should be like in that case, ideally it should be a one-dimensional array, right?
Yes,
One,
sir.
two, three. You are saying about this,
Yeah,
not
yes.
about two square brackets, right?
Yes, sir.
Then in that case, it will be the shape is something like uh, number of rows is one only, right? And
So
number of columns is three here. Yeah. What you are saying, Sam?
So the answer will be 1, comma 3.
1 comma 3. Okay. But in the same thing, if it is given in two square brackets,
Okay, sir.
then it will be a bit different
Why, sir?
because now it becomes a two-dimensional array. It is mostly about, see, when we are putting this two, no, it should give two rows ideally. Let's see, like from my understanding, it should give two arrays. Let's try this. Okay. Because
Okay, sir.
it is connect. Because when we are putting two square brackets, no, it becomes a two-dimensional array. It should give two. But let's see. Okay, it is giving one. So NumPy is intelligent enough. But in case of a list, if you put the same thing, na, it will give a two-dimensional list. The
Okay, sir.
dimension will be two here because we are putting two square brackets.
Okay, sir.
Okay. I think if putting a comma, it will give an error. Okay, still it is taking. Okay, so NumPy is a bit intelligent, you can say. But in case of a simple list, it would have considered it as a two-dimensional list. Okay, because we have two square brackets.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Any other questions?
No, sir. That's it, sir.
Sir, in case of tuple, is it there two
Which
means
one?
2 comma 3? In case of tuple, I think 2 comma 3 will get.
In case of tuple,
Yeah.
yeah, tuple are different thing. We are saying about NumPy array here, right?
Okay. Okay.
Tuple have also size. In case of tuples, you can try size. In case of list, also you can try size. Okay,
Okay.
similar result. So what I am talking about two-dimensional, right? That two square.
Yeah.
That is case of list. Okay. Here,
Okay.
like when we are talking about data, NumPy arrays, right? So there, here we are mostly talking about some data. Some data is being handled here. Okay.
Okay.
That is why it has a bit different nomenclature because you can think it as of an Excel file. Okay, Excel file with data in it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I think we can wind up here. Thank you all. See you in the next class.
Thank you all, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.